We are live. We are direct with Dr. Lisha Antiqua, who helps women to step into their soul psychology so they can graduate into their soul calling, so they can reflect on the internal so the external simply becomes a reflection. She specializes in helping survivors of trauma to reclaim their identity and step into their next level. Coming out of St. Petersburg, Florida, Dr. Lisha in the building. She leads, she sells. Let's go.
Hello, Jay.
Hello.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. That was perfect.
Amazing. Wow.
I'm all fired up now.
Yeah. No, this is what we do for special guests. Special guests get special intros.
I love it. I love it. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me on. Hello, everybody.
Let's begin. We speak about your tribe that you serve. Could we dig a bit deeper? I know we spoke off air, trauma survivors, like people, like who specifically, how old are they? Are they professionals? Like, yeah, let's dig in a little bit.
So I've been doing this for 20 years. So my career has evolved as my clientele have evolved. And so beginning out, truly, I worked with people that were just wanting to get into their body, get healthy, have a relationship with their body, stop the war with their body, right? And then those people discovered that they had trauma, right? Because the body keeps a score. So the more that they got into their body, the more they realized that. And I just evolved with them and we began talking about their trauma. So a lot of my clientele were women that were just like surviving, struggling, curious what's power, what's not, and some men. I worked with men too. And then they grew up, and now we recognize trauma. The conversation is all over the internet, right? The world is talking about how our power is stripped from us in every country, in every color, every space. And what we're realizing is that we don't have to live that way anymore as humanity. And so the woman that I'm working with right now, she knows that she's been through trauma. She knows that her body keeps a score. She knows that there's bigger essences to her than just how she feels and how she's thinking, and she believes that there is a quantum field. She knows there is energy that she's able to harness if she could only feel like herself. And she has this calling on her heart to have a really big impact on all the change that's happening in the world today, whether it's through business or writing a book or putting together a talk, putting together a program, and really showcasing her soul's calling rather than just wheeling and dealing with what her body, what her mind, what her emotions went through. And like I said, I do work with some really awesome men as well.
That's fantastic. I love that you go deep and look at the embodiment and, look, okay, what is the root cause of that feeling of dis-ease in the body? Let me know. In terms of to release the trauma, do you do shadow work? Like give us a little glimpse in terms of the sort of work that you do, Dr. Lisha.
Well, it really depends on the person, but basically, I do all of it. Like, I have been certified, gone to school, PhD, the whole bit. I do all of it. So, but there's elements of consciousness. So what I've studied is identity. What I realized is it didn't matter how much friggin' shadow work I did or my clients did, like there was more friggin' shadows. And the funky thing with survivors of abuse anyway, and trauma, especially childhood stuff, is our shadows are not the shit that they go in. Can I cuss on here? The stuff that they go, the stuff that they go on here and say, "Oh, look at how you don't like yourself or what you don't feel good." Like that's actually where they're really comfortable. Their shadows is what is happy, what is joyous, what does abundance look like, what does money look like. That's the actual shadow. So we do work in their shadows, but they're not the shadows that are popular by like your shadow workbook of how much you hate yourself and how life sucks. But we work through the physical body because what's really important for the soul to come home that gets fragmented during trauma and stress is our energy gets fragmented. And so that essence that is the person, that is the soul, gets kind of all over the place in space and time, and it's our consciousness that can bring it back together. But if you have a really dirty house that's falling apart, that is not safe to go into, you're not going to go into that house, right?
Yes.
So how I work is we rebuild the system. So the 6 personal power zones, we help the person with the physical body, mental body, emotional body, their etheric field, their energy body, or their authority body. And then we invite the soul home. We do some work to call back all those fragments and reclaim them. Forgive yourself, forgive others, give them back their energy, and take back your own. And then my clients then can set boundaries, have great relationships, have better orgasms, increase their joy, increase their wealth, and go on to become their person. And a natural progression for my clients were like, I want to write a book. I want to put together a talk. I want to do something in this field. I want to do what you do. So that's where we came up with the holistic coaching certification, the yoga certification, the NERI certifications, how to write your book, how to put your talk together, stuff that we now do at your own university. So it was this really natural progression.
Wow. Powerful. What is on your own university? What type of content is it? Like in terms of, yeah, because I tried to click on it and it said over 18.
Yourownuniversity.com. So spell it all out.
Okay.
'Cause it shouldn't be over 18.
Oh, I mean, no, on your Instagram. Yeah. Instagram. Yeah. You must be to see this pro. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah, yeah.
something else. That's
Okay.
something else. That's not us. So
Oh,
we do coaching and professional training,
yeah.
right? For people looking to be holistic coaches. So
Mhm.
we do somatic work and yoga teacher trainings, 200 and 500-hour level. We do coaching certification. This is holistic coaching. So you learn content about helping people reclaim their body and their nutrition, their EFT for mindset
Good.
and meditation, how to lead meditation, how to do emotional grounding work, emotional release work through the emotional phases. You learn NLP and spiritual work and soul seeding is what I call it, a program called Safe, Secure, and Successful, and how to really work with the energy through heart healing and energy work. And you learn how to help people set boundaries, have better relationships, about overcoming that relationship with your body to have great partnerships and great sex. And then we move on to help people make money and have those breakthroughs, because the more great people that have more money can do more things with them, because money gives us choice. Not necessarily happiness, but it definitely gives us choice and opportunity.
Cool. I love how holistic everything sounds in terms of health, wealth, relationships, as the old cliche goes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have classes, just normal classes, and all of those things for people that don't want certifications, right? That just want to go through it. And we have a fantastic group called the You Matter Club, where every year we go through the levels of identity, the levels of self, to just, right? We live in this circular world of healing, and we get to look at ourselves from a different perspective every time that we pause to look at ourselves. So, just to continuously grow and support one another, we have that group there too.
Cool. I want to know in terms of what are the main outcomes. I know you mentioned the plethora of things, right, in signature talk, but what would be like an outcome that someone gets after they work with you?
You know, it's so cliche, but everybody says confidence. But most of my clients, even the clients that go through the holistic coaching certification and the professional trainings, of course, they're going to get more money because they're opening up their business, they're putting together a book, they're putting together a talk, they're doing things, right, that create more money. But even our clients that go through our healing modality, the Amazing You modality, more money. They all make more money. And I've never been a money coach. And so that's like the most tangible thing that they get from just embodying their soul and their truth and their gifts, right? They're able to go to into the world and do by embodying their truth and their gifts, they're able to their souls, right? They're able to go into the world and do what they're meant to do, which brings them
Oh,
more
beautiful.
opportunities and more community and more money.
Sorry, this is why they pay you the big bucks, the five-figure clients. This is why it happens because, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they're not only gonna get their talk, they're gonna get their embodiment, right?
This.
Yeah, and I work with people personally. Like, I only
Mm,
have one group program because I went through so many group certifications and so many group things that were like, "You can't talk about that," or other people in the group were uncomfortable talking about abuse or what I went through as a child or my hero story, and it cost me years in business,
mhm.
and I would pay 15K, 20K for these programs. And nobody ever really like said, "Ugh, I want to know about your business. What is your vision?" So that's what I give my clients now is I want it personal. I want to know about their vision. I want to know about their business. I want to know what God is pushing through them, right?
Oh,
And then we create that.
so good. Very powerful stuff here.
Thank you. I think so.
2026, couple of months have elapsed. What's on the cards for you? What will make the rest of the year a beautiful year? What do you want to do this year?
So this year I have my main methodology coming out in book form. So it's Into Me See, the Amazing You methodology. And it is where we rebuild those 6 personal power zones.
Hmm.
I've held it really close to my heart since I wrote it back in 2008. And then I went to school to prove it and study it and refine it. And I've worked with thousands of people to just know that it works and make sure that it's just solid and tangible.
Amazing.
And it has been through so many upgrades, and this is the year that it comes out in book form. So it will be out, and I will be doing book signings and going places. Maybe I'll get to come to London and just sharing this methodology that we train holistic coaches in. And but sharing it and how it works and how we rebuild to create that safe space so your soul can come home, and teaching more soul psychology and being on more stages and doing my thing. Yeah, that's my goal.
Doing your thing. Amazing. I love that for you, Dr.
Yeah.
Lisha.
So working with more personal clients one-on-one, training more holistic coaches that know this methodology, helping them utilize this platform, right? Like, and seeing that ripple effect of blessings going out into the world from them to other people, because as one person I haven't been able to show up. You can't be there for everybody, and I want to give everybody that personal attention. I think that's so needed in so many group programs right now and so many online courses where you're just responsible for yourself. You're like, it's so important to be witnessed, to be seen. And so
Mhm.
I want to give people that. And so the best way I can is to train more holistic coaches, help them get their voice out, their energy out, help them stand in their power. And then from that, they work with their communities and their people. And I hope that's what this book does. And that's where I really want to spend my time is just training more beautiful holistic coaches, therapists, teachers that have their own mission on their heart and want to take a methodology that allows them to have a client come to them with pretty much any issue and then go, oh, I have training for that. I have solution for that. I know how to handle that. I can hold space for that.
Sales. I know it's a bit of a buzzword. I see what's happened. Sales has been designed by men, women, ultimately women step into that. I think a little bit uneasy there, but how do you see sales and how do you enroll clients? Tell me about your sales process.
So I'm constantly learning about sales. I have to say, like, that was not one of my big aha, like, oh, I can sell anything. So, how I enroll people is really by creating opportunities like this one
Mm,
that inspire them. So, learning how to speak, learning how to share from my heart,
mm,
learning how to come and really show up authentically.
yeah.
And And at the same time, learn about the psychology. So for trauma-informed care and where I worked, like creating safety, creating trust has been a really big deal, right? And for many people that are looking for trauma care and alternative trauma care, they they have a trouble with trust. So that's something that's been really big for my sales process, is really creating a lot of education, a lot of joy. If you go to your own university and you take the quiz, you learn about yourself and you learn that I know and my team knows about you too. Right. So you can see yourself in the archetypes of rebuilder wanting to rebuild their lives, or the messenger ready to like find that certification and step into their confidence, or the architect ready to like take your wisdom and put it into the world and create something. Like that sales process, that you get to know you. So that's been a really big piece for me. The other piece is, as cliche as it sounds, is God. Is God. I say, "Okay, angels, like I need 5K extra this month. I need 10K extra this month. I need 20K extra this month. Send me the ideal clients that they're going to spend this money and go, "Yes, thank you. I'm going to glean from that. I'm going to get from that." And then that goes back into my business, or that goes into whatever project I'm going into. And because of that, I'm constantly learning, like, okay, what did I do? What did I do to actually create this? Like studying Russell Brunson stuff, studying Susan Evans stuff, studying different types of sales methodologies that people go through, and funnels and funnel hacking and all these things. I have it all. And what works best is just that authentic touch for me. I hope that answered your question.
It does. I love the answer's well balanced. Everything, your energy, I'm sensing equanimous energy. It's not bad, it's not good, it's the experience.
It's an experience. The one thing I know about building business, though, if I could share this when it comes to sales, because I think it's really important, it's just coming to mind, is I've been building this business. Some people come into coaching and they come into their business and they're just like, boom, there I go. Like my business began totally upside down, absolutely backwards in 2005. And I've been doing this since 2005. And it just keeps building upside down, inside out into this huge, empire with all of this information, all this stuff, and all this potential. And if I had known back then when I wrote my first book, right, in 2010, my first book, how to actually market, not the book, but use the book to market myself and my business. If I'd known back then the importance of connecting that book with a talk, oh my gosh, would my sales have been off the hook. If I had known back then how to position my book with my talk, with my program, I would be in a very different 7, maybe 8-figure space right now, and I know that. And I've had to learn the hard way how to do that. So I have a program now called Empire Builder that helps people do that. And that's what I'm doing with my new book. This is my baby book. Like I think I had to learn that lesson before I put out the Amazing You methodology, because it is my life's work. It is my methodology. And it is good. It is really, really good, really, really transformational, and has helped so many people. But now I know how to use that book, to use the talks, to get on the stages, to speak to the people, to sell the holistic coaching certification, to enroll people, to change lives. And 10 years ago, I wouldn't have known how to do that. And I think a lot of people might write a book, but they don't know what to do with the book, or they think the book is the product and it's not the product. So if you're in that space, go ahead and hit me up. Your own university, take the quiz, tell me you're in that space. Let's have a conversation, because I'd love to help you not waste hundreds of thousands of dollars and be able to reinvest in yourself and your business by utilizing these aspects of business in a really solid way, especially for coaches and thought leaders.
Fantastic. I tell my clients there's 4 types of prospect when they come into a sales situation, and this reflects you yourself as the person trying to enroll. Fearful Fiona, it's like, there. Serving Susie gets moving, but she undercharges. Joyful Juliet finally knows what she's on this earth for, and the business is becoming a carnival. But at the top level is Limitless Lara. And I think I'm going to rename it today to Limitless Lisha, after you. I'm going to
Thank
rename it.
you. I love that. I love that. Oh, I love those archetypes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but because
my
it's like, yeah, if the prospect comes in fear, okay, maybe we can't meet them at limitless because it's too much of a jump. So we've got to, okay, get serving, and get them into a bit of joy, and then someone comes in that joy. All right, limitless. Look, money is not an excuse. It's there. Joint venture partners is not an excuse. They're there. Limitless energy, and I think that's been my sales methodology. It's to lean in with energy, because it's the energy, it's the frequency that sells more than the script.
I love that. I have tried every script. I love that you say that because I have tried every script. I have books of scripts from the 2012, 13, 15, 14, all of those years. And I would like go through them, or I'd write the things out and do it just to the T, and it didn't work. That's another thing why I work with people one-on-one, because somebody else's methodology, as we're sharing wisdom, and let's glean that wisdom, like your wisdom, Jay, that you just shared. I'm going to glean that wisdom, but then I'm going to have to put it into my own spin, right? Because it's my own energy. And when
100.
we just copycat, whether it's a food diet or or a sales process, it doesn't work for everybody because it's that
100%.
vibrations, that energy. So it's helping your clients. I love that you help your clients find their own energy. And yeah, I feel like I'm still finding mine.
Yeah. Limitless, glorious, all of the above. All of the above.
All of the above. Limitless Lisha. I love it.
Yes. Let them know who you're looking for. Let them know how they can get in contact with yourself.
I am inviting you to take the quiz at your own university, because this quiz is going to answer, it's like 3 to 5 minutes, and it's going to share with you what stage you're at in your healing. So if you have a mission on your heart, you have a message for the masses, you want to help people overcome something, you want to make the world a better place, you want to usher in this new world with me, with us, I'm looking for you. If you've gone through something in your life, maybe you've lived through hell and you're ready to say, hey, this is how I healed from it, I'm looking for you. And there's different stages. So there's the rebuilder stage. If you're a rebuilder, you're going to be like, I still have some healing to do. You might have that fearful person inside of you a little bit. Right. And you're like, if I could only heal this, if I could only feel better, then I can do that. We're going to help you heal that so you can step into your message. Your message is all about gaining that confidence in your message, your methodologies, right? Your certifications. Maybe you have certifications and we're just going to bring them together. Maybe it's just like overcoming that rebuilder in your head that wants to thrive, wants to hold you back because it's scared. But we'll step into that and get you certified, get you holistically certified, get you trauma informed, get you utilizing your gifts and your soul callings. And then possibly you're at this architect phase where you're ready to build your friggin' empire, and you're ready to inspire people every single day with your message, with your mission, with your purpose, and really take your talk, your program, your book, and let them work for you instead of you working for them, and call in your ideal clients. And so that's our Empire Builder program. So go in and take the quiz. It's absolutely free. You'll be also invited into our Unstoppable Confidence community, which is absolutely free. And you'll get a call with me, which I'm gifting you, which is awesome.
Hey, where do we go for that, my sister? I'm like,
yourownuniversity.com. And it is a not plus 18 site. So if that's happening, It is all ages. It is safe for all ages. It is trauma informed. So yourownuniversity.com. And if something does happen there, you can always go to my personal website to learn more about me at lishaantiqua.com. LISHAANTIQUA.com.
That's it.
That's it.
Limitless Lisha in the building. She has rocked it out of the house. Possibly one of the best She Leads, She Sells episodes. God bless you, Dr. Lisha. God bless the United States of America. She leads, she sells. Let's go.
And God bless London, UK. Whoop, whoop.